Hey, hope you're having a great day. And if you're watching this video, you're probably a little bit concerned and scared about the upcoming decision to go to grad school. First of all, I commend you on that decision. Going into the field of psychology has been so rewarding for me and a lot of my colleagues. And I know it will be a great time for you, but picking the right grad school is an integral part in that first step of the process. Now, you probably went through college or did a post-bac program where you're able to get the academic courses, the undergrad courses, to be ready to apply to grad school. But when you see all of the fantastic graduate schools across the country, it can be really overwhelming. So let me give you some ideas of things to think about as you make your decisions for grad school. The first being location. Now you hear about that about real estate all the time, location, location, location. But for grad school, it's equally as important. I grew up in the greater Boston area, and there are so many colleges and universities in the Boston area and even outside of Boston. So if I were to go to grad school in Boston, I would be fighting for internships and practicum experiences with Harvard, with Boston College, with BU, with Emmanuel, with Suffolk, with all these great schools. So what I decided to do was go to a mid-major city, and I was fortunate enough to go to grad school at the University of Denver. And in Colorado, there are just not that many colleges compared to Massachusetts. And so I didn't have to fight and compete against so many schools and so many graduate students for really, really great internship and practicum experiences. So I would encourage you to think about what types of cities would give you the opportunity to get your feet in the door in these great children's hospitals or VAs or community mental health centers so you can gain the experience necessary to be able to figure out what you want to do in your career and to be able to then use that on your CV and your resume to be attractive come internship time. So after location, I would think about cost. So I did a Psy.D program, which meant the cost of the program would be on me if I decided to go. Whereas a Ph.D. program, you can do some work study, you can get some grants for some research. So that might even take all the cost away or take a significant portion of it away. So you have very little student debt when you leave. Now, people hear that and they say, well, why the heck would you go to a Psy.D program over a Ph.D. program? Well, for me, I wasn't really doing research or interested in doing research when I applied. And the Psy.D program offered me the opportunity to get my clinical hours immediately after starting school. So I'll give you an example. When I went to my school, I started seeing clients in October and we started around the end of August. If I were to go to a Ph.D. school, I might have to wait an entire year of school before I'm able to see people clinically. Fast forward to internship time, I had 1,700 hours of direct contact, either individual therapy, group therapy, or assessment, as compared to a Ph.D. student, which may only have 700 to 900 hours by the time they apply to internship. Now, if you're somebody like me who loves and wants to learn the art of therapy, is really excited to learn different modalities and different therapeutic types, and you really want to start practicing getting to see clients early in your academic career in grad school, a Psy.D program might be what you're looking for. If you're interested in research or you might want to go into an academic career after you finish graduation, then a Ph.D. program would probably look for what you would want to have as the next step in your academic career. And that would probably fit you very, very well. The third thing that you're looking for is to be surrounded by not only great professors at your school, but also other great students. When you're in grad school, you will not only be supported by, but you will be motivated by the other people in your class. And a lot of those people in your class will become the colleagues in your ecosystem that you'll connect with on LinkedIn or that you'll see in your community when you're working. So to have a really excited, enthusiastic class that was interested in my success and I was interested in theirs, and we could study together and we were competitive, but not in a way that dissuaded anybody from working together or created any friction. So that's something to think about too. How successful have the alumni been since graduation? And is the school able to get alumni into the types of positions that you want to be in after graduation? If they can't, you really want to look for a school that, let's say, has a track record of getting people into hospitals or has a track record of getting people into sports psychology positions. That shows that they know how to teach in a way that's attractive to future employers once you get out of school. The fourth thing you really want to think about is the breadth of the work. What are going to be the opportunities besides the classwork that are going to allow you to grow? Does this school have relationships with practicum sites that I want to work at? Do they have the ability to get me community supervisors that are going to be able to have a diversity of thought, a diversity of opinion, and also a diversity of identity and background? If you're able to get those community supervisors to really help hone your skills, you're going to be able to be in a position of success when you graduate. And then last for me, I grew up as a kid who needed a lot of academic support in elementary school, middle school, high school, and in college. So I looked for a university that had a great academic support system, just in case during grad school, I might need a little extra help or an extra hand to help me graduate. So although you might feel like you're academically ready to do whatever you need to do in grad school, you might want to check and see what services the college provides or the university provides. So that just in case you need it, you have it there in your back pocket. And then last but not least, you want to go somewhere fun. You want to go someplace that you can imagine yourself living, imagine yourself having a life in, because if it's grad school, you're going to be spending 5, 6, maybe even 7 years there. So you want to be able to find a place where you can have it be home. And that might be where you're living now, and you can be surrounded by family and friends, or you might feel like you got to go somewhere else to be able to find some peace and some peace of mind to be able to take your studying seriously. But please, please, please do not sacrifice totally your quality of life in order to go to the school of your dreams. You need to be able to figure out a way to balance being happy outside of work and being happy inside of work, because that's the type of balance that you're going to want as an early career psychologist. So those are some of the things that went into my decision making. I'm curious to hear about what's going into your decision making. So if you got any questions or any ideas or any comments, leave them below and I will respond to them as they come in. But thank you so much for listening to my decision, and I wish you all the best when you figure out which grad school you're going to go to. But I am biased towards those Psy.D programs. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.